Good morning students. Students, last lecture we had studied about lithosphere and hydrosphere. So you know that lithosphere means land and hydrosphere means water. So in lithosphere we had studied different types of landforms. Means mountain, hill, valley, hillock. These types of landforms we had studied in lithosphere, and in hydrosphere we had studied different types of water bodies, means reel, brook, then waterfall, river, tributaries, like this. So students, now today we are going to study about atmosphere. So let's see what it means by atmosphere. The envelope of air around the earth is called atmosphere. As we go higher from the surface of the earth, the air in the atmosphere becomes rarer. The atmosphere consists of a mixture of gases. It is called nitrogen, oxygen, water vapor and carbon dioxide. So percentage of nitrogen gas in atmosphere is 78%, oxygen percentage is 21%, and water vapor and carbon dioxide is 1%. So instead of these, there are some other gases also present in air. But these gases are present in air is very small quantity. The layer of the atmosphere are named as troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere and exosphere. So students, ionosphere is also called as thermosphere. The layer that extends from the earth's surface to a height about 13 km is called troposphere. The condition in the troposphere is changed continuously and they affect all living worlds to a great extent. The surface of the earth get heated due to the heat it receives from sun. Hence the air nearest the surface of the earth is hottest. As we go higher in the troposphere, it becomes cooler. Almost all the water vapors in the atmosphere is contained in the troposphere. That's why all the weather related phenomena such as formation of clouds, rain, fog, wind, storms take place in the troposphere. The air on high mountain is rarer, less. So people those who go for trekking, they carry oxygen cylinder with them. Aeroplane flies in the higher part of the troposphere. Therefore, the air there is very less. So arrangements has been made to ensure that passengers they can get enough air for breathing. Beyond troposphere, up to the height about 50 km from the Earth's surface, this layer is called as stratosphere. Beyond stratosphere, up to the height about 50 km from the Earth's surface, this layer is called as stratosphere. In the lower part of stratosphere lies a layer of gas. It's called ozone gas. We know that ultraviolet rays coming from the sun are very harmful for all living things. But this ozone layer absorbs all these ultraviolet rays and protect all living things from those rays. Now students, let's learn about the water cycle. Let's see how does it rains. So we know that surface of the earth get heated due to the sun rays. As this water get heated, hence water on the earth evaporates continuously due to the heat of the sun. Not only water on the surface of the earth, but also water that has collected into the soil also evaporates due to the heat. and enters the atmosphere. When the water gets heated up, it turns into water vapor. This water vapor is lighter than air, so it rises high up into the atmosphere. As it goes higher, it cools and condensing, forming very fine droplets of water. The droplets of water are very small and light, and they start floating in the atmosphere, forming clouds. These small droplets are combined with other droplets of water and forms a bigger drops. These drops are much heavier, so they cannot float anymore. Such drops of water falling down on the earth in the form of rain. So this process means that is evaporation. Means water heated up and forming water vapor and rising up into the atmosphere are called evaporation, and then water cooling down. This process is called as condensation, and when all water droplets collect and forms a big cloud and they cannot hold together, so they come down into the surface of the earth in the form of rain. So this whole process, that is evaporation, condensation and rainfall, all this process is called as water cycle. So students, you know that there are innumerable, means countless kinds of living things on the earth. The various regions of the earth differ in many ways. Some of the regions are always covered with ice, while others have lots of hot climate. There are mountains in some places. Some places are plain surfaces. Some places have a lots of rainfall, while others are dry desert. These are salty seas and ocean, and also freshwater lakes. So due to all these reasons, we see great variety in living things. So students, we see a great variety in living things that inhabit of these different region. Means we see different kinds of living things, that is both plants and animal, in different region of the earth. So you know that polar bear. So these polar bear are seen only in the snow-bound polar region. Zebra are found only in Africa. Kangaroos are found only in Australia. So whereas elephant and lions are found in regular hot climate region. So these animals are not found in any other region. These animals are found only in that particular region. So such like animals, plants also shows great variety in different region. So students, for example, we see cactus in hot region, means in desert region. We find water plant in aquatic region. We find big trees in moderate region. For example, you know that banyan tree, peepal tree, and Xmas tree is found in cold region. So this variety is characteristics of those different regions. So many different kinds of plants, animals and microorganisms are found everywhere on the earth, on land, in air, in water. So living things exist in the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. They also interact with these spheres. All these living things on different spheres, they constitute the biosphere. Students, let's recall some points. The earth crust. What is mean by earth crust? The outermost covering of earth. It's called earth crust and it is very hard. Then in this lesson we have studied lithosphere. So students, what is mean by lithosphere? Lithosphere means you know that about 1/3 part of earth's surface is occupied by land and 2/3 part is covered with water. So lithosphere means land and hydrosphere means water. So in lithosphere we had studied different types of landforms. For example, hill, mountain, valley, like this. And hydrosphere means surface water, ice on the land, groundwater and water vapors present in the air. This together forms a hydrosphere. In hydrosphere, we had studied different types of water bodies. For example, rill, brook, stream, lake, river, tributaries, like this. So, atmosphere, we studied atmosphere. Atmosphere means what? Envelope of air around the earth. It's called atmosphere. In atmosphere, we had studied different layers of atmosphere. So, which of these layer? Troposphere, stratosphere, then mesosphere, then ionosphere and exosphere, right? So students, we studied water cycle also, means how does rain came. In water cycle means evaporation, condensation and rainfall, all this together forms a water cycle. Then in stratosphere, there is ozone gas is present. So this ozone gas absorb harmful ultraviolet rays coming from the sun, and this ozone gas protect living things from them. So we see different types of variety is living things, and living things means plants and animals, right? So living things occupies part of the lithosphere, hydrosphere as well as atmosphere. So living things and all the parts they occupy together are called as biosphere. Okay. So students, I hope all of you understood this lesson. Thank you. Have a nice day.